without further ado, here's your host, Chuck and Mash.
Okay, so I was watching something about a court case earlier today. It was a divorce case, and I wanted to run it by you. You're not a fucking dumbass.
Well, thank you.
That being
contrary to most of our followers, but thank you.
So you're going to try to make sense of what I'm going to tell you, and you're going to be wrong. And I'm going to try my damnedest to get the point across. So in a divorce, people fight over things. He gave up the house. He gave up some other bullshit, like their cars or something like that. You can tell he just wants this woman out of his life. There was something that she wanted, and they weren't willing to pay for it. So he's self-employed. He works in IT.
Okay.
So they evaluated the value of his business. It was 6 figures. It was extraordinary. And they were like, okay, we'll sell you the business. You pay up. Well, you can have the business. You can have the name. You can have the customers. You can have everything. As I say, it was like $150,000. You give me $150,000, you can have it, or you're half of the $150,000.
Oh, okay.
They're like, no, we want you to pay her the value of the business. Most of the time, when you're doing something like that, they evaluate the value of the assets of the business.
Okay.
So if you're a mechanic, they'll say your shop, they'll say your tools and things like that. What is it valued at? All his business is a laptop. So they went ahead and valued the laptop. No, that's not what they wanted. They wanted his mind. They went and I don't think that they actually got someone who is licensed to do evaluations on value to do this. I think they just pull a number out of their ass. But they wanted him to pay her for his knowledge and experience in the field he works in.
Okay, so you said I was going to try to.
Yeah, that's why I threw in the little bit about how normally they value the physical assets of the business. That's why I mentioned that.
Right, and and you're right, but immediately, when you're talking about the business, you have to see, the foreshadowing of what that business is capable of. You have to see actually what it is worth, what it can do. And I believe that she probably overshot saying, what this thing really is worth because of what he put into it. So she's like, okay, well, this business is going to be worth this because, obviously he had a good mind. He knew how to market or do whatever this business is. I mean, I don't know, was it drop shift?
IT. He does
IT. So he's, remoting into people's computers and helping them and, doing the overall value of what that could be.
Now, bear in mind, we're not talking about alimony. It's not like they wanted, a cut of how much money he makes.
Right.
She wanted the value of what they said his brain is worth.
Yeah.
They valued him, the human being, as the asset, and I've never seen that in court before.
It's wild. I mean, what did they use to?
That was never brought up.
They didn't use like what it brought in the years before to try to value this?
Again, that would be under alimony because that would be income.
Okay. But when you're evaluating
they evaluated his brain. They put a dollar value upon his brain. And since he gets to take his brain in the divorce, she wanted compensation for that.
Right. And so how did they put that legally?
Well, about that stupid. They danced around the subject, and his attorney kept throwing out what they were really trying to do.
Yeah.
I mean, it got thrown out. That argument got completely thrown out. And what was funny is when her attorney started going on about wanting him to pay half the debts because there was debt, and she wanted him to pay half. His attorney pointed out that's her debt that she accumulated after they split up.
Oh, well, yeah.
She
No,
didn't
exactly.
she didn't tell her attorney that was specifically her
Yeah.
debt.
Past this date, this was the purchase you made.
What?
Sorry, you go home now.
Watching her turn to her in the middle of the case when you're lying to your own attorney about your marital assets is great.
Yeah. No, that's wild. So, yeah, no, that is. We're going to evaluate brains. That the nomenclature used in, most court cases doesn't constitute anything like that.
Well,
I'm not even a legal scholar.
I've
but I
seen
can tell
some
you that.
wild shit be demanded in court cases.
Right.
There was one gentleman, he was a driver in NASCAR, and when he went through his divorce, his wife was demanding access to the private plane owned by the company that he worked for.
Because she had that good life. She was used to getting
She
thought that was his plane.
She wanted the plane that was owned by the owner of the company that he worked for.
That's wild. That's the.
So it's like if I got divorced and my wife wanted the Waltons mansion, like what fucking sense does that make? They're not even involved. They didn't fuck you. They didn't marry you. Why are you demanding their shit?
Why are you demanding? What they may have had access to.
Dude,
so.
There's no limit to what people will demand in court.
Right.
Like we've had a previous conversation about some of the court cases I was involved in when I wasn't a party.
Maybe they read The Art of the Deal.
Well, no,
you demand something outrageous, and maybe it'll settle back at something.
But it's when you make outrageous demands and then you walk off. And hell, he didn't even write the book. That was ghost written anyway.
It was pretty wild.
I wanted to run that silliness by you.
It is. It's wild. It's wild. There's 1,000 things in my head of just what, and now I want to watch it. I definitely want to.
I'll send it to you by God.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to check that out.
Hell yeah.